What if I told you that chasing money is the wrong goal? I remember early on in my career, I thought that success meant working hard and collecting a decent paycheck at the end of every month. But no matter how hard I worked or the amount I created, something was missing. It wasn't until an opportunity presented itself to me where I could do some work in my community, where finally I thought, this is what's been missing. This is what I needed to do. I wanted to create value and impact people's lives. So this is where you switch the goal from being about money to impacting lives. The thing to remember is that money is a tool. It is not the goal. Now, I know that most people, when you start off finding a job, you need to be able to pay your bills. So you may just do any job. However, that should never be the end goal, the destination, right? Chasing money leads to burnout, not fulfillment. I had a client that approached me for accounting services years ago. And from the first consultation, this woman was so stressed out. The relationship only lasted about 6 months, and I'll tell you why. Because what she thought she needed was somebody to help her sort out the accounts, the numbers. But what she actually needed was a whole change of mindset, a whole change of what was happening, because I couldn't get hold of her. It would take me months to be able to even get her to reply to an email. And when I did get hold of her and she came onto we would have Zoom meetings, she was always in tears. She was always stressed out. She was also like, I've got too much to do. I can't do this for you. If I needed paperwork, oh, I've got no time. I don't know how I'm going to get this all done. That was the conversation. She was suffering from burnout and she was clearly unfulfilled, even though she was making money in her business. But then she had no time to do all the other things that was necessary for somebody who's running a business. So the relationship didn't last very long, because what she did need was a whole change of mindset. She was so busy chasing the money that was coming in that she stopped to think about the value or the lives that she may be transforming. So chasing value creation and transforming lives, that's what leads to real success. If you focus on giving value and solving problems, helping people, creating impact, money naturally follows you. And guess what? You don't have to burn out while doing that neither. It's not just about running a business. I mean, you might find real value in what you are doing as an employee, right? I mean, even if you let's think of something that people would consider a really menial task. I mean, it doesn't actually really matter what you do. What it is your reality. And you would need to be honest with yourself whether what you're doing is creating value. So take, for example, maybe say someone who cleans the streets, for example. That could be somebody who enjoys what they do. They could enjoy being outside, but they could also find pleasure in making the environment around them pleasant for the people who use those streets. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes you could be in an employed position, but because you're not seeing the value or the impact that you're having on people's lives, you could then be there thinking, I'm just there for the money. And so you then become a slave to money, because all you're doing is literally working to pay the bills. But if you stop and consider, am I actually impacting somebody's life for the positive by what I'm doing? Am I creating something better that's going to help the next person? Because when you do that, it becomes a whole different ball game. And that is what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to reframe it. But however, if you can't do that, if what you're doing, you don't feel it matters, you don't believe that you are bringing real value to anybody's lives with the services that you provide or the products that you provide, then if you're not doing that, that's what makes it harder. You want to be able to get up in the morning, and when it doesn't feel like you're a slave, you just have to get up and work because you need the money. You want to get up with a fresh step in your legs, thinking, I'm about to go and transform somebody's life today. If you're not getting that from what you're doing, then you do have to ask yourself the question, Am I a slave to money? And you don't want that to be the goal, even if it is right for the moment. It is, you want to make sure you're transitioning out of that quickly. You want to be doing something meaningful. You want to be able to help people. Why does value matter? Well, let's think about it. People will pay for solutions, not for your need of money. If you're going to be able to transform someone's life, they will pay you for that, because you are really having an impact on them. They're not thinking, I'm going to pay you because you need to pay your bills. No, that's not the case, right? And when you focus on others' needs, you're also building trust, loyalty, and long-term success. So you're setting yourself up for life. Remember that fulfillment comes from purpose, not paychecks. So let me give you a couple of practical tips, some quick actionable advice that you can do, right? You want to shift your focus. Ask yourself every day, how can I serve? Who can I actually help? Invest in skills that let you create more value. Build relationships, not transactions, right? So remember, you want to re-evaluate where you're standing and what you're doing, and you want to stop chasing money. You were made to create impact. You were made to transform people's lives. And when you do that, that's when wealth will follow. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Please subscribe. And why not drop a comment sharing how you are choosing to create real value in people's lives. And if you want to work with me further, look at the links in the description below. I have a wonderful community of people who we are literally doing that right now. We meet once a month together and we talk about how we can create wealth, but also how we can have true value and impact others. And remember, while you're impacting others, you're impacting your own life too and growing your own wealth. I will see you on another video soon. Take care.